Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for today. This one's going to be doing another video. This one we're going to talk about The Boys Season 5, the final season, and how Eric Kripke, the showrunner, is feeling the pressure to end the series well. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing another review today. This one's going to be doing another video for The Boys. This one we're going to be talking about a interview from Eric Kripke himself about the final season of The Boys and why he is feeling the pressure to end the show right. So, this is an interesting one for sure, and I honestly found this one very, very insightful because, you know, not many times do I hear showrunners say that they are feeling the pressure of concluding their show in a good way. And basically, the interview basically states is that a lot of shows end great, and a lot of shows are great, but then kind of have shitty endings, you know what I'm saying? And he basically acknowledges that he wants people to look at The Boys as a show that is great and stays great the entire time, not a show that is, okay, it's good, but the ending kind of sucks. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what he says, is that he's feeling the pressure of ending this show in a good way. He's feeling the pressure of making sure it comes out right, making sure it comes out good. And that's why I've always said, like, what a lot of people said, like, oh, well, there's no season next year. And I'm like, honestly, I'm glad there's no season next year, because if the showrunner is already feeling the pressure of making sure that the show ends perfectly, you don't want to rush that. Not to mention, here's the thing. There is 8 episodes of this show left. That and then potentially this movie that they've been talking about doing. So there's a lot of stuff coming up for this, kind of big conclusion of this franchise, if this movie actually ends up being a thing, because that's not a confirmation. But I feel like they may do it, honestly. So here's the thing, though, right, is that it's like, if they do all that, that's the grand conclusion. You want to make sure that hits, you know what I'm saying? And I honestly appreciate that Eric Kripke is having, an acknowledgement for the fact that there is a lot of pressure on him, because The Boys is a show that I hold in very high regards. When I think of The Boys, I think of top tier, entertainment, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully for this final season, they're able to pull it together. And I can also understand why he's feeling the pressure of ending this show in addition, because the comic books do not end well, which Eric Kripke has mentioned many times before, that he doesn't like the end of the comics. And neither do I. And I'm not going to spoil it for anybody that hasn't read the comics, but the end of the Boys comics is not that good. So he's also saying, like, okay, I'm going to make sure that it doesn't turn out like that. Which, I'll say this. Honestly, I don't think the show is at a point you would actually have to try to mess up the ending of The Boys, honestly. There's a lot of different ways that you could end this series and people could be very satisfied with it. I think the only way that you make this show end in a really bad way is if Homelander just wins. Which, obviously, based off the ending of Season 4, that's not going to happen, because that is legit how Season 4 ends, is Homelander wins. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to make it to where Season 5 has no progression. You know what I'm saying? So it only makes sense that Homelander will get taken down. Whether it's by death or it's by being, maybe like his powers get taken away from him and he gets locked up, which I've heard that theory many times before as well, too, that it's a more torturing type of, death for Homelander, that he doesn't really die necessarily. It's just the Homelander that we know dies, and then John, without his powers, has to rot in jail for the rest of his life, I mean, yeah, that'd be really cool. That would definitely be an interesting ending as well, too. Even that I would say I'd be satisfied with, but there's a lot of different ways this can go down, and what I'm basically saying is that I don't think that this is a show that's hard to end. I actually think this is a very easy show to conclude if you think about it right, and I think that's what Eric Kripke should think about when writing the final episodes, is that the only recommendation I can give Eric Kripke, and it's the one thing writing-wise I would suggest, if there's a chance in hell that he sees this video, do not end your show on a cliffhanger for this movie. Don't do it. If you want to do a movie for your final season, do 7 episodes, and then episode 8, do it as a theatrical release, as a movie type. Don't cliffhanger Season 5 into a movie. That is the number one thing I disagree with. It's why I'm never a fan of the way that The Walking Dead has gone in recent years, is because they cliffhangered the main product and then they send you into something else. I don't appreciate that type of marketing. And as a fan of the show, I would definitely call that out. But I'll say this, if you do, the 7 episodes and then you want to make the final episode like a movie type and air it in theaters, I think that's a brilliant idea. I think it's a brilliant idea. That, in my opinion, is how you should do the movie thing if you're going to go ahead and do it. maybe they won't do it at all, but that's been an idea that I've been hearing for a little while. So that's just an overall thoughts on the ending of The Boys. Eric Kripke feeling the pressure. Definitely understand, although I think he's going to do a good job. I have a lot of faith in his writing. Yes, I do agree that Season 4 was not as good as the other seasons, but I don't think Season 5 is going to miss. I feel like Season 5 is going to be really good, and I think that overall the scripts, I think, are going to be really good. So, post comments down below. What do you guys think, expectation-wise, for the final season of The Boys? Where are your hype levels for if it's going to be good or bad? Let me know. Post comments down below, and if you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click the subscribe and tune up to any of the videos of The Boys. Be sure to follow me at Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys, and of course, I'll see you guys very soon for more videos of The Boys. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.